So I just been thinking heavily on moving out of the city because I don't see a big point of staying in the city if I could never buy into the city. Or why should I care about living in the city if I can't rent, can't buy, can't freaking be a homeowner, or even make enough money to even live? Because like my whole life, since I was like 18 when I started working, I've been in the ballpark between 7.25 and $15 an hour. That's my whole wage pretty much. I've never like gone up. I've been going up and down for a couple years now. Just jumping job to job, just trying to find something that I actually enjoy. But one thing that I kind of realized, I can't enjoy something that I can't make anything doing. Like making YouTube videos, I don't get paid to do them, but I much rather prefer to do this. And let's say I stay in the city, and if I just making like what, $13 an hour, $14 an hour. Nowadays where I live, my monthly income after taxes is less than rent in most places, even in the ghettos, even the bad neighborhoods. You're still looking at freaking 1100. Cause I live kind of like in the ghetto area. My area is not the greatest area. There's been some shootings in the general area, like over in December. There was a person got shot at a strip club nearby, and he got killed. And that's another reason why I want to move away from the cities, because like property, like people not owning stuff or having any type of stapled wealth, that leads to crime. And if it leads to crime, I just think it's going to get worse because wages has not really gone up. According to some stats on some articles, I guess wages gone up 4.9% or whatever. I don't see it. I don't see it in the freaking working class at all. And one thing that I've kind of been noticing, that some companies don't want to increase wages. They want to keep people like not doing anything financially wise. And even if they do increase wages, I don't know. Because I feel like if they increase wages, they're going to do their best to cut jobs off. Because a lot of this stuff is all about money for the freaking CEO. And if it's a company on the stock exchange, they care about the shareholders more so than the employees. And because of that freaking bullshit, employees get the freaking shitty end of the deal. Even though they need employees to make profits. And then that leads to what some people think is going to happen, which is robots taking everybody's job. And that whole idea of robots does take, let's say, warehousing. Everything that Amazon has now runs running by robots. And they have cars that drives themselves. Or drones or whatever. That cuts cost, right? How many more people is going to do crime? How many more people is going to be homeless? Like, when does this cycle end? And I mean, this is why people hate capitalism, because they see like the straight up exploitation of labor, exploitation of what's going on, and where the last two generations pretty much just priced out of freaking real estate in general. I mean, you got the millennials that are going to college because that's what they got told to do. Then you got my generation, Gen Z. Got the younger people that freaking have no chance at all of even being super duper independent without freaking getting 2, 3 roommates. And I find this shit freaking sad. I mean, not everybody is going to be able to go into these fields that make bank. Not everybody could be a banker. Because if everybody is a banker, then that's going to defile the bankers. Like, this whole system is going to collapse pretty soon. And That's like when you realize it's gonna collapse is when more and more people are giving up, and I think that's what's happening recently because we in this pandemic for 2 years, pretty much 2 years, and nothing really changed. I mean, rent gone up, food prices gone up, everything gone up, but I'm still stuck in this loop between 7.25 and $15 an hour. I've not made more than $15 an hour, and that was at UPS, and that was just a part-time job that I would go to and get sent home to at the same time. I don't know. I just feel like America just needs to go full on strike for a month just to see what happens. But anyways.